sitting in a dead spot right now.
Okay.
This is.
Would you like to tell us a little bit about this?
This was for, I mean, it was exclusive for the Lake Effect Comic Con. We had planned on sending it out to IDW. It went through a process of approval periods and everything. We ran into a problem where they weren't sure if they could print the issue with Kirk and Spock. This is the Star Trek New Universe, so this is after Kirk's father's died, Spock's planet Vulcan has been destroyed, so it's the retelling of all the old stories.
So this is based off the movie?
This goes, the new Star Trek that they put out through IDW goes seemingly down the line of the episode series, but with a little twist here and there with the fact that the universe is new and it's starting over. So the idea behind this is actually an homage to an old Batman cover. Batman is lying on the ground in a desert, supposedly dead, and Ra's al Ghul is standing above him holding onto the bat suit and leaving him there to die. So it's an homage to that, which I think was the second or third appearance of Ra's. Don't quote me on that, I could probably wrong. But with the spin of the fact that there was the episode where Spock had to fight Kirk in the Vulcan arena, and I believe in that episode Kirk wins. It's been a long time. I know he got slashed across his shirt, but I think Kirk wins. So in the new universe, my view was, well, Spock would probably win.
Wait, was that the one where Spock freaked out because he needed to mate?
Yeah.
It was the Pon Farr episode.
Right.
Yeah. So it's that episode. So that's the blade.
I had to reach back in the vault somewhere.
I
Yes.
couldn't remember what it was called. I know that they brought it up in Enterprise once and everything, but so it's down by like, okay, so this is a new universe. Well, where's the twist? Maybe Spock wins and Kirk fails. And so this was commissioned by John, who owns Comics and Friends Mall and is running this convention right now.
Thank you.
The problem we ran into with IDW was that because we were
That's fine.
showing this, they weren't sure if it would be okay. So it was, yes, we'll do it, and then the editor said, I'm not sure.
So yeah, they got the whole licensing.
Yeah,
Right.
because it's, they own certain rights to the characters, but they don't know they own the rights to that episode. So it became basically, well, we want to do as a show exclusive, so we'll just do it ourselves. And he went out and bought a bunch of issues that were new IDW stuff, along with a couple done by, I can't remember his name,
Joe Peroni.
and everything, because it was going to be an alternate variant cover for a Peroni piece. And so this, I mean, it's a double-sided issue.
The actual wraparound image. That's the full image.
Okay.
With the guys at the comic book store.
Yeah, in the red shirt.
It was a request by John, since we were going to do it on our own. He wanted to include himself into the comics.
Okay.
So the wraparound now has him as one of the many
Good
red shirts. Yeah. So I mean, that was the development of this issue, and it was, we run into, we try to do things like this all the time. Just try to do a variant cover. We were trying to do one with Marvel. For this month's coming issue where Ultimate Spider-Man meets regular Amazing Spider-Man.
The image of that he drew is actually right over
That was
there.
another one where they said we're not going to use it because we just wanted to show the comic book store's art. It was a miswording, so...
So how long did the commission take you?
This actually took me, I want to say, from start to finish, like a couple of weeks, just because it was always like tweaking here and there. I have like a couple original drawings that I did, but when we finally settled on what the issue was, the penciling process took about 2 to 3 hours. Inking took another hour because I always like to change it while I ink, and then the coloring was about
An hour and a half, I think. He
She
colored
was
it.
sitting in the office with me as I was coloring.
He colored at light speed. So.
Because we had to get it ready. So, I mean, it doesn't. If I can sit down and I actually have a script and an idea, it doesn't take that long. At max time, 4 hours. For like one of our web comics, this will take me like 4 hours.
Okay, and what's the website?
Revzilla.
I actually have. It's on his card.
I'm gonna edit a lot of this in post.
No.
The website's at the bottom of his card, so one of those. I write the majority of our strips, and he does all the art. There's no real rhyme or reason to it. We have some continuing storylines, and then other things are pop culture references or strange happenings in our lives.
Or else H.P. Lovecraft meets, what is it?
I rewrote "'Twas the Night Before Christmas" into a week-long running series we did called "A Very Lovecraft Christmas," where Cthulhu comes to bring libations to all of his good worshippers at Christmas. So.
And we're actually going to do a KickStarter soon.
Yeah,
to
we're
get it
gonna
published as a book.
Kickstarter, beautiful.
Oh yeah,
Love that.
It's
You know what,
amazing.
you'd be surprised how people don't know about Kickstarter.
I know, and like I feel bad for people that have great work out there. Like Umberto Ramos is trying to get a Kickstart done for his fairy tale stories, where it's like Little Red Riding Hood, but the wolf is her pet, and she rides on it because it's like 10 times her size. And he's a well-known martial artist, but his Kickstarter is not making the money that it should because it's a great story. And so, like, you know, I threw money in to support it, but I think it had like 2 more weeks, and it was like $10,000 short.
Yeah.
So I don't know where it's at, but I wish it would have made it.
That does seem like that's the one downfall of Kickstarter. If they don't meet what their initial price
exactly.
is, it gets cut.
So, I mean, we're going to do the Kickstarter, but we want to make sure that the money that we get is going to cover, you know, the taxes that you have to pay on it.
Right.
And then
all the publishing
and
costs.
then, you know, the marketing part of it, which basically will be going to comics friends.
Do you guys feel that like something like Kickstarter is a better way to put out your work rather than trying to work for Marvel with DC?
I wouldn't say it's necessarily a better way. There's benefits to both, but I do really believe in Kickstarter because it gives artists the ability to just focus on their work, the things that they want to create, rather than being in this set of guidelines, these strict guidelines. You can only.
It's a more artistic expression.
Right, exactly. It's.
And trust me, I would break it my heart just to get into Marvel and DC and work with them. So, I mean, you know, it's great to have that Kickstarter. And because we have, with our web series, it's been going on for 3 years. And so we can throw together into a book, but at the same time, we want to make sure that the book is quality enough to go out.
Right.
So we'll do a period where it's, you know, one-off jokes and everything like that, and then we do a process where it's like this one Nosferatu, where it's a silent picture version of Nosferatu.
It came out with the
So
I definitely think that's the other benefit to Kickstarter too, is that if you end up raising the funds you need, you can really put out a more quality product rather than just some of the things that are put out through a machine process. So you're really delivering maybe a small run of something, but it's beautiful quality, like art book style.
The one thing I really love about it too is it seems like a lot of people are using it as a way to pre-order the comics. You know, so they get a better idea of how many they need.
Right.
I think it's